What is going on, SoFi fans? Welcome back to Financial Journey. So today I want to give you a good overview of what the data is truly saying and why it's really pointing to the fact that it is a great time to buy. So I'm going to go over all the fun stuff that you need to know. In addition to that though, I want to talk on a reverse stock split. A lot of people are starting to bring that up because it's been now 9 consecutive days, I do believe, that we've been below the $5 mark. But I want to talk on why we won't be having a reverse stock split. So I'm going to go over all the fun stuff that you need to know. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up and subscribe is always greatly appreciated. And with that, let's get right to it. So I'm going to start with shorts. So giving you an update in that regard, not necessarily because I feel there's going to be a squeeze, but these are the individuals that are contrary to what we believe in. So they clearly think that it's going to go down. Short score as of right now is 73. Higher the number, the higher the likelihood of a squeeze happening. Utilization is 100%, showing 100% of the available shares to short are currently out. And based on Friday, shorts did close out 1.46 million shares and bringing the grand total to 12.89% for the short interest. And over and above that though, cost to borrow has been going down. So average is 0.86%. Cost to borrow minimum though, this is what I want to draw your attention to and is once again proof that there is a lot of manipulation behind the scenes with SoFi. There's actually a broker out there physically paying people to short SoFi. As you can tell, it is negative 0.2%. So let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below. Over and above that, what big money is doing, I'm just going to show you several different things. This is the dark pool. It was very, very active on Friday, and that is a very abnormal situation because it's a Friday. No big institution typically trades, especially more so after hours. So that's definitely a very positive thing, and I've seen a nice transition lately on what big money is doing. So big money has been getting into SoFi through both the secondary market and the dark pool. So these are, like I said, the transactions from the dark pool. These are from the secondary market. I know it doesn't necessarily seem like much, but these are anything over $100,000. And this is an exchange that both you and I trade on, typical retailers. So the fact that there is a 2.34 million and a $1.23 million order, those are very abnormal. You do not typically see those. So let me know your thoughts on that. But like I said, it does mimic exactly what I just mentioned on how big money is getting back into SoFi. So let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below. Options activity is also looking very positive. And I'm going to break this down as well. I like to look at options as, like I said, similar to what the short interest does, is more of a benchmark. So you can see this put/call ratio. There's a ton of calls being purchased, not so many puts obviously. And again, that can be seen as a very positive sign. Clearly, a lot of people are very optimistic about the future of SoFi. This is why it's just been going down. A lot of people have been buying a lot of calls. So let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below. Also, speaking on options, options have been officially rolled out, as obviously I'm sure you guys are aware. So potentially that might be a little bit more of a positive thing for SoFi. My only concern right here, and it was posted on Twitter as well, and a lot of people were commenting, it says right here, no commissions or contract fees. So I know options were very highly anticipated. Can you guys let me know in the comments below how they are going to be making money? Because if no commission or contract fees, how is SoFi making any money off of this? So I'm curious on that, unless they're trying to do margin. I'm not really sure. So let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below. And so moving on from here though, there's multiple different ways to determine if there is true value in a stock. One of which is technicals, which I'm going to touch on. I absolutely love doing technicals. The second is finances. So technically right now, SoFi is not profitable. So this is why the earnings is blank right here. I want to draw your attention to the book value. So price over book. Right here, as of the current market price and the market share, we are at a 0.8x. Below 1. So we are below our intrinsic value. So funny enough is if we sold all of our assets, it would be worth more than our current market cap. Completely backwards. That is a huge deal. And the funny thing is, based on all of that, we haven't had a big rush of value investors. So interesting kind of concept behind the scenes. Also, to piggyback off of that, price over sales. There is the last 12 months and the next 12 months. Next 12 months, we're having a current 2.3x. So a lot of people are just not, plain and simple, just not optimistic about the future for SoFi. And it is very backwards. Looking at our earnings, we are having a huge amount of growth. And I think that's a very good takeaway from that. And people write off the fact that SoFi, if they wanted, they could just lower their APY and collect a ton of additional revenue versus trying to incentivize customers to come over. That would massively help the price over sales. So my own opinion, I'm not a financial advisor or anything, so make sure you guys do your own due diligence at the end of the day. When it comes to it though, on the actual technicals, like I mentioned at the very beginning, there's been around 9 consecutive days that we've been below that $5 mark. And that's the touchy subject, the $5 mark, because hypothetically 10 consecutive days of us being below $5, we would be considered officially a penny stock. Meaning a lot of institutions wouldn't be able to buy SoFi using margin or in some specific accounts. So this is where obviously SoFi came into the picture and they thought, well, let's do a reverse stock split to maintain all of our institutional buyers out there. So when it comes to it though, they need to give shareholders 10 days notice saying that they're going to be doing a reverse stock split. And if you haven't noticed, potentially our 10th day of being below $5 is going to come on Monday. But SoFi has not given us notice. Of course, they could give us notice on Monday, but I think the likelihood is not there. So given the circumstances, I do not feel that SoFi is going to proceed with doing a reverse stock split. It will be a very backwards way, and I know it's funny enough that there's a lot of people that are very against SoFi doing a reverse stock split. But for instance, if they do not do a reverse stock split, those same people are going to be complaining regardless. So I think there's just some negative sentiment with SoFi no matter what the scenario. Given the circumstances and how cheap SoFi is, I personally think that they should avoid doing a reverse stock split if they can actually maintain it, because I personally feel, based on looking at all of SoFi's institutional holders, there's not many out there that would potentially hold SoFi on margin or in certain accounts. So again, at the end of the day, I don't think that it's going to make that big of a difference, that there's going to be this massive sell-off that does happen. So again, that's just my own interpretation. It could be completely wrong, but let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up and subscribe, always greatly appreciated. If you do like my channel, want to support the growth, take a look at my memberships, link in the description below, or just hit the join button at the bottom of the screen. With that said, appreciate you guys watching. Let's all make a lot of money on SoFi.